Alright, cool. I don't feel like etching today. So, you know. Welcome to the Hello Neighbor Timeline Theory. By me, your dumbass host, Pistol K. First, before we actually do the timeline portion, I think it's fair to, you know, show you all the characters and games and whatnot that'll be included within this theory. So, the characters, starting out with Theodore Peterson. You know, the neighbor from the first game, as well as he was also the museum curator in Hello Neighbor 2. I'm pretty damn sure that was a museum. If it wasn't a museum, what the fuck was it? It was something. Uh, for this theory to work, he would also have to be the shadow demon. You know, that weird looking motherfucker. Not him specifically as not one and the same, but you know, like the mental construct of the neighbor of Mr. Peterson is the shadow demon. That's what I meant by it. But, yeah. Nicky Poth, the player from Hello Neighbor 1, and for this theory, he has to be Theodore's son. You'll see why in a minute. It'll make sense once I get there. Also, for this, because it would tie everything together perfectly, he has to also be Quentin's dad. Because, you know, enough time passed. Anywho, Dead Bitch, also known as confirmed Theodore's daughter, and again for this theory, Nicky's sister. This group of kids from Search and Rescue, who are probably also in that weird Welcome to the Ravenbrooks show, never watched it. It also disproved a theory that I had about them, all being children of the elites from Hello Neighbor 2, but this theory works without that, so it's fine. Yeah, these are kids from Search and Rescue. You know, the VR game. Now I got Quentin, the player from Hello Neighbor 2, and for this theory, Nicky's son. And the elites, because I couldn't find a group image of them. They're the different business owners from Hello Neighbor 2. You know, like the mayor, the sheriff. Was he a sheriff? He was a cop. Anyways, the games that are included within this theory. Hello Neighbor 1, obviously. The second game, hide and seek, because yeah, it's a spin-off, but you know what? Fuck it, throw it in. Hello Guest, also a spin-off, but you know, it's somewhat apparently preluded to Hello Neighbor 2. I think that's what happened. I don't know anymore. Search and Rescue, you know, because well, we got to include Search and Rescue, even though it's also a spin-off. Anywho, let's go to the actual, you know, timeline. The first event. Ooh, the beginnings. Mr. Peterson lost his wife due to a car accident. The first shit, we're already hitting with a fucking car accident, with a tragedy. Because of course we are. But you know, good old Mr. Peterson. He's a fun guy, he's got a wife, 2 kids, and then his wife gets killed off in an accident. I don't actually know if there's a real image of it somewhere. Anyways, a couple of years go by, and tragedy strikes in Event 2. While working on renovations to the old house that Mr. Peterson owns, he lets his daughter help. She climbs up onto the roof, and as they're working around, well, the roof caves in. She falls into her own bedroom and dies. Terrifying. Anyways, directly after that, Hello Neighbor 1 Act 1 happens. So again, for this, Nikki is the girl's brother and also Theo's son. Because again, why would he be? Why would he be? Uh, snooping around his neighbor's house unless it was his house. Anyways, after hearing the sound of his sister screaming, Nikki goes home to the basement to investigate because he saw her getting locked up, but it was not actually being locked up. She was, he saw his dad coming out of the basement. Whatever. Anywho, continuing on, the Act 1 ending plays out. After getting to the basement, Nikki finds his sister's dead body and faints, slamming his head on the concrete floor. This will make sense later. And by later, I mean right the fuck now. Hello Neighbor, Hide and Seek, as well as Hello Guest. Nikki is unconscious. And Hide and Seek, as well as Hello Guest, happen while he's in a coma-like state. This will make sense because there's a time jump from Act 1 to Act 2. Oh, I forgot to put an arrow here. Damn. It was after Nikki's disappearance, his group of friends decided to go into Mr. Peterson's house and find him. One gets caught, and the entirety of search and rescue happens. It was after that, about a decade goes by, and Nicky has finally healed himself from his coma. And by that I mean he is terrified of his dad, and now he wants to leave. He fears him, and so he's gone. He escapes and leaves, and he runs off, right? Nicky runs off, and he fathers a son. After escaping his father, Nicky flees to another city where he gets a wife, and then fathers a child. Fun, I know. Afterwards, around, I don't know, maybe about another decade time skip. However old Quentin is now in the story, I don't fucking know. He's still, he looks like a fucking, he looks like a half in, half out child. Also, this would make sense why he's got like the fucking mustache and the 5 o'clock shadow. Because, it skipped a generation. Or maybe Nicky just feared his dad so much he never, you know, let his facial hair grow. That would make for a good theory. Um, Anyways, Nicky's return as well as Quentin's arrival. After getting a letter saying his dad's house had burnt down, Nicky goes to face the monster he had been fearing. Good God, apparently I can't spell the correctly, because I spelled the wrong again. Fuck. It was the Shadow Demon. And I didn't put the in parentheses. Fucking hell. Damn it. Quentin tags along to see his grandfather, who now lives in the museum he owns. He's owned since game 1. Right, yeah. So these two games happen at the same time. The ending of Hello Neighbor 1, as well as the entirety of Hello Neighbor 2, happen at the same time. And that's where we ended. It's a short timeline and very brief explanations for everything. Sometimes no explanation at all. But it makes some semblance of sense to me. Give me a second. Let me just, Shoot, not you dickhead. Alright, cool. What the fuck? No, would you quit? God damn it. good enough. Just gonna. Actually, I already made an image for it, so I don't actually give that much of a damn. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's the timeline. Very short timeline, and yeah. Well, I should probably go actually play half of the games that were on this list. It's so damn expensive. What the fuck? Why is it $100 just to buy like fucking? Oh, don't look at that. Don't want to see that. It's here. If I wanted to buy right all the games that were on that list, it would cost around 60, 100. Yeah, about $100, give or take. Man, it would cost 100 fucking dollar dues. Cause I'd have to buy 1 and 2 as well as hide and seek. I already own search and rescue. I did play the first game on Xbox, but it sucked. Yeah, especially after it's fucking yeah. It's fucking expensive, and this is why I don't you know, do things. Yes, I probably got a lot of things wrong, but oh fuckity well, you know, I definitely got a few things wrong. I might have completely misinterpreted the entire story, but the timeline might make sense in the future if I can, get the correct explanations. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!